Yes, I'm a big fan of Adrian's game, and I believe he's the only other team member that can grow a beard besides me on the team. Just a fun fact for all you guys. So here we have Adrian immediately pulls guard and looking for a sweep and back take. Here we have the Singaporean, and Adrian comes up getting the sweep. That gives him 2 points. So this Adrian immediately scores, so he has a good start for him, 2-0 on the scoreboard. And Adrian looking to pass, he's in a leg weave position where his left leg is weaved through both of his opponent's legs there. He's hunting for a choke, but what we might see from him is he is using that threat as a choke to pass the opponent's guard. So as you can see here, Adrian looking to pass or looking to choke his opponent in the early goings of this fight.
Paalala lang natin that these are already the semifinals in the under 77 men's category.
Yes, that is correct.
So kapag nanalo dito, pasok na agad sa finals, diretso sa finals.
That is correct, yes. So again, here we have the Singaporean losing the lapel once again as control here. But Adrian is still in a favorable position. He is looking, I believe, he's opening up the lapel as well, looking for control of himself as well. There we go. He's going for the knee slice position, trying to pass into side control here. Also threatening the choke at the same time. As you can see, both of his hands are inside the collars of his opponents. And here Adrian is switching. Look for him to also possibly try to go for a back take. Seeing how his opponent is locking his legs like that and facing away from Adrian. So again, there we see Adrian's left hand grabbing the lapel of the gi. He's going to use that to get the choke, and he gives that up, but instead he is now going for a mounted position. His right leg is almost free there. He just needs to make minor adjustments to do that. So here we have, again, he's feeding that lapel. Very good technique being shown by Adrian here. Going back and forth between hunting for that choke and trying to get that knee slice guard pass.
Ang kalaban niya ngayon from Singapore ay yung lumaban kanina.
Yes, he fought earlier today. I believe he was the first fight of the day where he got that quick submission.
Yes, na parang wala pa ata isang minuto yung laban na yon.
Yes, it was. Before I knew it, the fight was over. So we know this guy is dangerous. And Adrian needs to be careful and watch out for any sort of submission. But as you can see, Adrian is controlling the fight here, doing really well. Good guard retention, though, by his opponent. And again, they're opening up each other's lapel, using that as control. So again, Adrian is on top, representing the Philippines.
And when you say that they're using the lapel as control, ibig sabihin ginagamit nila yun para magalaw yung kanilang kalaban or to maneuver certain movements?
So by controlling your opponent's lapel, you have a good grip on, you restrict your opponent's movements.
Okay.
So it's restricting the opponent's movements and allowing you to have a firm hold on your opponent.
At yan ang ating nakikita ngayon kasi yung ang higpit rin ng hawak ng Singaporean player dun sa kanyang kalaban from the Philippines na si Adrian.
I believe here, I can't quite see with the angle, but I think what the Singaporean is doing is he has a worm guard here. We saw this earlier from his teammate, Constance Lian, also representing Singapore. And what happened there, she ended up sweeping her opponent and getting into mount. So here we have Adrian trying to clear that leg. If he gets his leg out, he kind of clears the worm guard, but I don't think he was able to do so. But Adrian seems very savvy to this technique, and he seems to be defending it really well. So again, Adrian is up by 2 points, meaning that his opponent from Singapore has to push the pace. There's, I believe, 1:30 to go. And if time runs out with this score, Adrian will advance to the final. So looking good so far for the Philippines. So again, here he still has that worm guard wherein the lapel is trapping Adrian. Adrian needs to stay on top, do everything he can to stay on top so that his opponent is not awarded points. As you can see, the Singaporean is looking at the scoreboard, very aware of the score, knowing that he needs to score for him to come on top with the victory.
And Adrian still has to be very careful because gaya nung nakita natin dun sa isang laban, even with like less than a minute to go, less than 40 seconds, if I remember right, nabaliktad pa, no, yung scoreboard, the female...
The Singaporean fight against the Thai,
Singaporean fighter.
Yes, Adrian cannot relax here. The score is too close. A sweep would tie the game. So he needs to be active here. He needs to be actively passing. I think he got a warning from the referee for stalling, but Adrian's still in a favorable position here. He's up by points, less than a minute to go, 25 seconds to go to be specific. And the Singaporean has to attack right now. He has to make something happen. Again, let me remind you that you need 3 seconds to stabilize any position. And here we have Adrian controlling the upper body of the Singaporean. This is going to give Adrian, I believe, an advantage, and this should give Adrian the victory, and he will move on to the finals, to the cheers of the Filipino crowd.
Winner from the Philippines, Adrian Guggenheim.